we have a riveting look at MLK Jr.'s final night. We've got friends from Playhouse and Park in our Jordan's Furniture Green Room. There they are right now. Hi, guys. Telling us all about their production of The Mountaintop. It's going to open later this week. Great Day, Connecticut. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
All right, turning now to some really great entertainment. Playhouse on Park's latest production is a gripping reimagination of events the night before the assassination of the civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, fascinating. Here to tell us all about The Mountaintop ahead of opening night is the show's director, Jamil A.C. Mengen, and actor Tori Linder, who's starring now as Dr. MLK.
Wait a minute, you're the director?
Yeah.
You're not on stage?
Not this one.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Such talent.
Oh, thank you, Scott.
How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
All right,
Yeah,
so April 3rd, 1968.
right.
Take us back in time.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, well, the play The Mountaintop by Katori Hall takes us to that day. It is the eve of his assassination, but also when he gave the iconic the Mountaintop speech. And so it's a fictional retelling of...
Oh, it's fictional.
It's fictional in terms of... Now, the context of the play, in the historical context, is real, right? You know, the civil rights movement, the sanitation strike, and what have you. But the actual story of The Mountaintop that was written by Katori is fictional, in which MLK has an encounter with a maid. And so what the play tries to do is really strip him away from the iconic Martin Luther King that we all know, the monument, the speeches, and it really gets down to the core of the man and the human.
Now, it's Kamei is the name of the...
Kamei, yes.
And she's fictional?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you are playing Martin Luther King Jr.
That's right.
What is it like to step into... I have goosebumps just sitting here.
I mean...
What is it like
wait till you see the play, Scott.
What is it like to step into that role?
Hard.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it's incredible at the same time, but so difficult. I mean, who's Martin Luther King? Such a strong, pivotal, person in our
of course,
in our lifetime, and I don't know. It's intimidating, and yet I'm very, very excited to be trying to bring him to life every night. So,
And this is what it would be like kind of if you were a fly on the wall the night before this historic event where he's assassinated. And there's humor in that, and it's really humanizing him.
Yes,
absolutely.
There is so much humor and laughter, and it really gets to the humanity and the core of actually who MLK was.
I don't know MLK other than
I think most of us.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, indeed.
This is really kind of fascinating.
Yeah, and he really just comes alive in this play, and Tori does a wonderful job, and Jasmine Shanice, who plays Kamei, is just absolutely hilarious.
Now, that's not what you said before we went on air. You said it was very hard to direct Tori.
No.
Yes, it is.
It comes with its challenges. No. Tori is a wonderful human and artist, and it's been just a joy working with the both of them. And as a director, I try to just create a safe space, especially dealing with a play like this that does have a lot of heart, a lot of humor, but then there's a lot of, it can be also emotionally taxing as well. But just create a space that's safe and allows them to be vulnerable.
We know that MLK spent time here in Simsbury, in Connecticut.
Yeah, and a tobacco farm.
Yeah, does that work its way into the play at all?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
But
next time.
But thank you for bringing that up and its connection. And then he also went to seminary school here in Connecticut.
Yeah, the Hartford Seminary.
And Crozier at the time.
So wonderful.
So is this something? I mean, Playhouse on Park. I love it. It's such a great, intimate space. You're really even though this is fictional, are we still going to learn? Should you take the family?
I think you should, absolutely. I mean, it definitely gives us an opportunity to continue to learn, considering everything that's going on right now in our current state. It's still current. So I would say absolutely, you should definitely bring your family.
Kids and everything can learn, and I guess, like you said, more than the "I have a dream" speech we've all studied.
Yeah, and I would say 13 and up, because there's a lot of commentary and things and mature language at times. But what I love about the play is that it leaves you with hope. To keep moving forward.
We need that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tired, funny, fearful, hopeful. Human.
And human.
What a beautiful job.
Human.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And it hasn't opened yet.
No.
March 4th.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
No, 2 days.
2 days. Okay. I'm losing track of the day. Sorry.
Parkland Playhouse, 244 Park Road, West Hartford. Playhouse on park.org. Again, this show runs March 4th through March 22nd. Gentlemen, we can't thank you enough for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for bringing MLK Jr. to Connecticut.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Wonderful. Good luck, guys.
And next time we want to see you on stage as well.
Yes, you got it, Scott. You got it.
I can hear the voice. We know we've heard that voice somewhere. Okay.
We are journaling. This is going to be great. Oh, wow. I never thought of this. This right here, fire. I had no idea that this is, wow. If you are not tickling yourself, if you are not feeling anything, wow, you're missing this moment. Oh my gosh. I did not want to stop writing that one.
I want your opinion on something. So me personally, I believe that there's no such thing as a coincidence. I think that coincidences are moments that are letting you know you're in the right place at the right time on the right path. I was telling you the other day that Gangsta's Paradise was my character on Angel's unofficial anthem. And the reason it's his unofficial anthem is because in this episode titled Double or Nothing, my character walks into a casino and gambles his soul away for a truck. So the other day, I'm in a casino and I walk in and Gangsta's Paradise starts playing. But that's not the strange part. What's strange is that it was the exact casino where we shot the episode 20 years ago. The Hustler Casino, Bell Gardens, California, where we shot that episode, and Gangsta's Paradise starts playing. Spooky? You tell me.
But these leaks, though. You deserve to eat good. Cook Unity. I'm not in the kitchen cooking because Cook Unity did it for me. Today is pesto shrimp with roasted beets and creamy leeks by Chef James Grody. Looking forward to trying it. Let's get into it. All right, so we've got some beets. Let's give it a go. These beets are good. It tastes like there's a hint of acid on here, which is great. I'm here for it. Nice and light, refreshing, so delicious. What everybody wants to know about is this shrimp here. Okay, let's get into the scrimps. Chef James, thank you. Let's taste these leeks. But these leeks, though, this is so yummy. I'm very happy with this one. Highly recommend. Good job, Chef. This is delicious. Don't forget, if you want to try this meal, click that link. Get you 50% off your first week and then 20% off for the next 3 weeks, okay? Treat yourself, okay? You deserve to eat good and not have to, like, prep it and clean up. Clean up is going to be what? Throwing that in the garbage and we're done. All right, bye.
It all started from sitting in an empty studio in New Brunswick, New Jersey, reading Scarlet and Black and learning slave history about New Jersey. Slave ships had ports bringing slaves in from the Atlantic, and also along the Raritan River were escapees of slavery. So captivity and freedom were happening in the same space. Second thing was I learned about this enslaved woman who escaped. She stayed in the area and she broke back into her master's house a few times and she stole cravats. And so for me, making up a story, why did she steal these? I decided, what if she disguised herself to move through town as a man? And one canvas wasn't enough. So it just grew to multiple canvases into this story, which I'm calling Hub City, which is the name of the exhibit. What I hope to do ultimately is humanize us as people and seeing our trajectory and who we are, where we come from. So my work in the Human Rights Institute's gallery is incredible. It's like such a reward for me.
Oh, hey, welcome to my Airbnb crib. Come on in.
Lovely, beautiful, talented Miss Shamika Cotton.
Miss Shamika Cotton here. I am Shamika Cotton. This is the Saturday morning tap-in experience. Let there be love. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And I'm just getting started. Be a multi-hyphenate, they said. Who said that? And good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap-in, your weekend reset. The weekend reset you didn't even know you needed. I want to say hello to all those who are joining us. I am Shamika Cotton, your host. We're live on TikTok at Shamika Chronicles. We're live on Instagram at Shamika Chronicles, youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles, and on Facebook. So welcome. Today is a wonderful show for you today. Today's show is for you if you've been feeling overwhelmed this week. Have you been feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Today's show is for you if you've been trying to figure something out. And today's show is for you if you just need to take a few moments to slow down and reconnect with yourself. Because sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is pause and get intentional. And that is what we do here on this Saturday morning tap-in. We come together every Saturday morning to have some uplifting stories, to set some intentions, and then to do a little bit of journaling. So go ahead, get your journal, get your pen, something to write with. Go ahead and get your candle. I got my handy dandy, delicious smelling candle right here, but it is time to tap in. So go ahead. Let's get ready to get this show started. Let's go. Tap in. Good morning. What do we have tuning in here? We got Tavion. Good morning, Tavion. How are you? We got Tinashe joining us over here on Instagram. Good morning. Good morning. The I Am Unique. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap. I'm going to get my candle started. Who's tapping in over here on TikTok? We got my auntie Kat tapping in over here. We got Special K tapping in. Welcome. I see a lot of new friends, a lot of new faces. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. We got Tavion dancing in the comments. We love to see that. Chris, 0826, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Y'all ready to tap in today? I got a really interesting story for y'all today. Two things that I've been thinking about this week. You know, that's what we do on Saturday morning tap in. Just a little something I've been thinking about. Here to share my thoughts, and then we're going to do some journaling together. So if you haven't already, go ahead, get your journal. Just get some paper, okay? If you don't have a journal, it's okay. Get you some paper, get you something to write with. Welcome, Christy Creates. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap-in. Welcome. Tap in. It's so great. I have a Chris. So, okay, Chris, are you the same 826 over here on Instagram? I love it when you all are on multiple platforms. I love it. Tavion says, oh yeah, I'm ready, baby. Yes, ready. Are you ready? to manifest the life that you desire. Are you ready to learn how to use your feelings in order to bring forth a thing? Let's talk about it. All right. I think we can go ahead and get today's show started. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I want to give a shout out to some of the people that you saw in my pre-roll today. First, shout out to Jamil, who is doing amazing work with his cast and crew. They're doing Mountaintop. Feel free to check it out. So proud of you. So happy for you, Jamil. Also, special shout out to my friend James Jorsling with his current exhibit happening at Kane University. So excited for you about that. It's been a long time coming, and the work is absolutely beautiful. So feel free to go ahead and check it out. Check it out, you guys. I saw an amazing clip this week from Jay August, where he talked about, is it a coincidence or is it not a coincidence? And y'all know how we feel here at Saturday Morning Tap-In. We're like, it's not a coincidence. And it's also not spooky, right? We're like, no, this is a part of the synchronicity of life, letting you know that you are in the right place at the right time. And y'all know me, I love to say the affirmation, I am always in the right place at the right time. God's blessings chase me down and overtake me. People go out of their way to be good to me because I'm blessed and highly favored. Hey, that's what I say. But what do you say? Because what you say about yourself is what really matters and affects your life. It's not what other people say about you. It's what you say about you. That's just a little something extra that just, in the moment, that's just somebody needs to hear that. Okay. Maybe I needed to hear that and to just share that, because that's what we're here for on Saturday Morning Tap-In. So as I said, we come here every Saturday morning to set intention. So go ahead, put your intention in the chat. What intention do you want to set for today, right? Saturday Morning Tap-In is the weekend reset that you didn't know you needed, or maybe you did know you needed, and that's why you tune in over and over again. But it is time for our weekend reset. And the one way that we do that is by setting an intention. So what intention do you want to set? Put it in the chat. And then later in the show today, we're going to hold that intention with you. And we're going to set that intention with you, right? Because an idea grows when it is shared. Good morning, Abby. So glad to see you tapping in this morning. Yes, yes, and yes. So I know for me that I am going to be setting the intention for love. I'm setting the intention for love. Absolutely. Y'all, and let's just take a moment to pause. Let's send some love to the one, the only Mia, who is helping to run the show today. One of our amazing T3IP interns in the building, making it happen, being the wind beneath my wings. We love you. And appreciate your support. So tap your screen, put some hearts on the screen if you want to send Mia some love, right? And you can also tap on the screen on Instagram too. Y'all can put some hearts, or put some hearts in the chat, or just say, shout out to Mia. Put that comment in the chat. Tavion says, you got to be real. You always watch on Saturday morning. Oh, I love that. Because if you don't know, now you know. Thank you so much for that, Tavion. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad that you're here. Yes, the hearts, the love is coming in for Mia. Yo, let me tell y'all something. I started to be like, new hair, who this? Okay, new hair, who this? Y'all like my new hair today? I was really excited about her. I've been playing around with different hair for some auditions that I've been having. Yes, some auditions that I've been having, and also from my headshot session. But yeah, I'm really feeling her. I'm really loving her. Today's her first day making an appearance. But if you're curious about her, guess what, y'all? I got her off of Amazon. I'm just saying, Amazon. And she was all of just a little bit over $20. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get me another one because I love her so much that just in case she starts to get old, I'm going to get another one. But yeah, I think that she's going to go well with a lot of the characters that I get to play. What y'all think about this hair? How y'all feeling about this hair, ladies? Put it in the chat. If y'all could feel this hair, you guys would be like, really? Hair this soft from Amazon? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Exactly. But go ahead. Don't forget, put in the chat, what intention do you want to set today to get back to the business at hand, not to be sidetracked by my fabulous hair. But yes, right. When you think about the week that you've just come through, when you think about the day ahead, what do you need to activate, right? Because if you don't stir it up, it won't be there, right? If you don't bring it, it won't be brought. Okay. Somebody put that in the chat. If I don't bring it, it won't be brought. That goes for your intention. If you don't bring the love, it won't be brought. What is up with that? Y'all, this is who we are today. If I don't bring it, it won't be brought. Okay. That's the word for today. All right. If you don't bring the peace, it won't be brought. Okay. Right. I'm just letting you all know. So if there's something that you want to activate in your life, you have to start with turning it on inside of you first. And that is what the Saturday morning tap-in is about. It's about tuning in and then tapping into that energy within us, right? So we can turn it on and we can bring it. What's up? Some more 2K3 is in the building. Stephen, it's so good to see you here. And that is my cue to remind you, if you haven't already, to join the Saturday Morning Tap-In Facebook group. Stephen, can I just say how much? I'm sending you some hearts right now. Okay. How much I appreciate what you do in the Saturday Morning Tap-In Facebook community. You keep that page filled with so much love, so much light, so much practical principles of how to manifest health, how to manifest wealth, how to bring more love in your life. Stephen, thank you so much for all that you do in our Saturday Morning Tap-In community. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't already and you're wondering, well, what is Stephen doing over there? Get thee to Facebook, okay? And join the Saturday Morning Tap-In Facebook group. We would love to have you there. It's free. It's free 99, but it's just a wonderful place to tap into during the week, right? To get a little inspiration, right? You never know, something that you may see there might be what you need to see right at that moment, right? That's our commitment to the Saturday Morning Tap-In community, is to make sure that we are blessing your timeline. Whenever we come down your scroll or down your timeline, we want to bring you some love, some light, or some laughter, okay? That's what we want to do. We want to bring you love, light, or laughter, because what did we say? If I don't bring it, it won't be brought. Okay. Let it marinate. Take that with you today. Okay. If you go somewhere and the energy is stank, did you bring some fresh energy with you? Because if you don't bring it, it won't be brought. Okay. So turn it on right now in this Saturday Morning Tap-In. Welcome, D. Morel. Welcome to your Saturday Morning Tap-In. So glad to have you here, right? So, all right. So I said I'm bringing in love. What are y'all bringing in over here on TikTok? Don't be shy. Don't be shy over here on Instagram as well. So, and feel free to, you all can add those intentions in throughout the show. We will tap into those before we leave here today. We'll tap into them after we do our journaling, right? After we do some uplifting stories. But first, let's just take a moment to do some nice intentional breathing together, right? Let's just take 3 nice intentional cleansing inhales and exhale. Number 1, we inhale. Hold it. And exhale, letting go of everything that came before this moment, which allows us to be fully present, to get what we came to get in today's Saturday Morning Tap-In. Let's take another cleansing inhale as we breathe in love. We inhale. Hold it. And exhale, peace. We inhaled love and we exhale peace. Notice how as we take in our inhales and exhale. We are able to breathe deeper with each one. And one more time for the subconscious mind, we inhale. And exhale, we release and we let it go. Now, I don't know about y'all, but just taking a moment to breathe intentionally, collectively, I feel that we are even more together, even more united, even more connected. And that's what Saturday Morning Tapping is all about. Have you been breathing before you got here today, Shamika? Yeah, I've been breathing. Okay. Have y'all been breathing before you got here today? Did you take some time to be intentional about what you're doing with your breath? Did you give your breath something to do? Right? When we took those collective inhales and exhale, we gave our breath something intentional to do, which was to help us to reset, to help us get grounded in this moment, right? So for today's tapping, I've had a couple of things that have been on my mind this week. And as I've been thinking about why have these things been ruminating in my mind, right? Why have these things been just like replaying in my mind? Why am I thinking about them? What is the connection, right? But first, what are they? First of all, you all may not know, but Wednesday is one of the busiest days of the week for me. I start my morning out with a 5:30 a.m. workout with my personal trainer. And then on Wednesdays, I have to go into the office of one of my clients. And at the same time, I am running my virtual office, managing the interns, managing their projects, managing other deadlines and everything else that comes with running a business, right? So let me tell y'all, I stay doing the most, okay? Themost.com. I don't know, but that's just how God made me. So Wednesdays for me can feel like a lot. And because I know that, I am always doing a lot of work throughout the day to stay grounded, to keep my vibration lifted, so that so that anxiety doesn't take over my mind and start to color my interactions with people, right? Just staying aware of my thoughts, right? Staying centered, right? Because when you have a lot going on, the tendency is to feel pushed and pulled, tossed here and there in your mind. But the work is to stay centered, right? Because the reality is, I am living in my answered prayer. Let's just let that land, right? Are you living in your answered prayer right now? And are you enjoying that answered prayer? That's not even in the script, okay? That's just fresh. It had to be said, right? We are living in an answered prayer. Think about that. And are you enjoying it, right? We pray for more opportunity, more experiences, right? We pray for our businesses to grow. And then as they grow and you get more clients and more responsibilities, but are you able to carry it with grace and with poise? Or does all the stress and the anxiety of it all cause you to be a curmudgeon, where you're walking around grumpy and unable to really carry it in a good way, right? So I'm just saying, check in, right? We are walking around. Are you walking around in an answered prayer? And if you are you enjoying it? Right? Are you remembering to be grateful for that answered prayer? And so, like I said, Wednesdays, super busy day. The work for me on Wednesdays is to stay grounded, stay centered, to keep my vibration up. But of course, I always have to start my day where I have to set the temperature, set the thermostat of my consciousness, right? And that's part of my daily practice, my daily spiritual practice, or just my daily self-care habits, right? That is something that I have to do before I even leave the house, right? So anyway, as I was standing on the corner, going about my business, right? The light was about to change so that I could cross the street. But then a thought occurred to me. And the question was, thinking about all that you have to do today, the thought was, well, what do you want to happen today? I had been entertaining a thought like, I got to do this. I got to do this presentation. I got to get this proposal together. I got to do this. I got to do that. But the little whisper in my mind, right, said, well, what do you want to happen today? Not what could go wrong, right? Because when you have a lot on your schedule, you could tend to think about all the things that could go wrong, right? Am I alone with that? Somebody put in the chat, you're not alone, right? Somebody put in the chat, you're not alone, or I do that too, right? Where you have a lot going on, right? Lorette, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. And instead of thinking about what could go right, your mind tends to get pulled to what could go wrong. Welcome, Bree. So glad to see you here, my love. Glad to see you here, one of my series regulars, right? So the thought came to me, the question came to me, well, what do you want to happen? Not what might go wrong, not what are you worried about, but what do you actually want to happen? Thank you some more, 2K3, letting me know that I am not alone, right? That I'm not alone, that sometimes my anxious thoughts start to overcome me and start to overwhelm me, right? My mind runs away with that. But guess what? After I started thinking about, well, what do I want to happen? I want to do a good presentation. I want to be prepared for that presentation, right? And then the next question was, what would that feel like? And that's when it hit me. That question unlocked something for me. Because it's one thing to think about, okay, well, what do I want to happen? But it's another thing to think about, well, what would it feel like? Let me know if that unlocks something for you. Let me know if you've ever thought that, right? Let me know if you're having an aha moment right now, because when I had that thought about what would it feel like, a smile just started to come over my face, because I was, well, what would that feel like if I was prepared for my presentation or it went well? What would that feel like? And I started to think about, oh, what would my colleagues say? Like, oh, that was such a great presentation. Oh, I loved how organized it was. Or, oh, I love your designs or whatever. But what would that feel like? And as I stood there on the corner, entertaining that thought and the feeling of how I wanted the day to go, I realized that smile was from imagining the feeling. Now, if you are not new to Saturday Morning Tap In, I talk about this all the time. Our feelings are the fuel of our thoughts. Our feelings are the fuel of our thoughts. Our feelings is what give our thoughts the power to bring things into our lives. It's not just about what you think about, but notice what you think about, you feel. Our feelings are energy in motion. I always talk about that. And it's so funny for me to always talk about it, but yet to forget it. Oh, so many times we forget the good that we know, right? One of my favorite cartoon movies is Alice in Wonderland. I often give good advice, but I very seldom follow it. I often give myself good advice, but I very seldom follow it. Yeah, there it is, right? So often we forget. And it's only because we have so much going on and we have to do the practice to get still and to remember to do what we know to do, right? And I know the feeling is the fuel, right? So it was so great to be in that moment and to be reminded of it. So great to have that moment. And then another thing happened to me this week, and they're both connected. I'm going to tell you how they're both connected, right? But years ago, and I don't know how many years ago it was that I had this dream, but it was years. I would say probably 10 years ago, right? Because I'm kind of like, it was definitely not during the pandemic, and it was way before the pandemic. So at least 10 years ago, a dream that I had came back to mind. Do any of you remember your dreams? I remember my dreams. I'm a very I dream in technicolor. Like I dream all the time, right? That's one of my gifts is just dreams and the things that happen with dreams and stuff like that. So a lot of times I can remember my dreams, right? And a lot of times my dreams have meaning and other things attached to them. But I want to know, do you remember your dreams? Do you remember your dreams? So the other thing that happened was this dream that I had a long time ago. It came back to my mind, but this time it came back with a revelation that I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to share this. So in the dream, all right, in this dream, and you know, I don't think this is a dream that is just unique to me, right? I don't think this is a dream that's unique to me. Let me know if you had a dream similar to this. Not like it was a dream of flying, right? That's a dream that a lot of people have, or dreams of falling, or all kinds of dreams. But this was the dream, right? I dreamt that I had went shopping, y'all, and I had all of these fabulous clothes, right? But in the dream, I realized that I was dreaming, and I realized that I was about to wake up. And I wasn't going to have these clothes, right? And I wanted to bring these clothes back with me when I woke up. In my mind, in the dream, this was possible, okay? Right? So I realized I was dreaming. And at the same time, I realized that I was about to wake up. All right, y'all, stay with me. Stay with me now. Let me know. Are y'all still with me? Are you with me or not? Are you with me? Have you ever dreamt that you had a whole lot of clothes and you wish that you could have all the clothes you dreamt about? Okay. Anyway, so in the dream, I ran into my closet and I was holding on to all of those clothes as tightly as I could, right? In my mind, in the dream, it said that if I held onto the clothes really tight, maybe when I woke up, I would have them. I know. Right now, it sounds ridiculous for me to think that, but in the dream, that's what I thought. Okay. Thinking that somehow I might be able to bring those clothes back with me when I woke up. Now, mind you, I had that dream, like I said, probably over 10 years ago. But it wasn't until recently that I understood what that dream was trying to tell me, right? And this is what I think about with this dream. So in my dream, right, I had all these clothes that I wanted all these wonderful clothes that I wanted to bring into my waking life after I awoke, right? And so notice I went into my closet, all right? Stay with me. Some of y'all may know where I'm going to go when I say I went into my closet, okay? Somebody put, she went into her closet. If you know what I'm talking about, put in the chat, she went into her closet, all right? Because you might know where I'm going, right? And so the closet represents something very powerful. I realized that the closet represents a very private place, right? It represents a sacred place. And for me, as a spiritual student, a student of truth, that place for me is that place represents the place where it's just me and God, right? Or me and the universe, right? It's that quiet place. There's a story in the Bible about this widow. She was about to lose everything, right? And she only had a jar of oil. A prophet came by and visited her and told her what she needed to do in order to not lose everything. Now, the prophet told her to go and gather some empty jars from her neighbor. And then he told her to go into her house and shut the door, right? Go into her house, go into her closet, shut the door, And into those empty jars, start to pour that little bit of oil that she had. Now, as she poured the oil kept flowing until every jar was filled. But notice that miracle didn't happen until she went into her closet and shut the door. She went into that quiet place, right? She went into that focus place. Sugar mommy, let me know if this is landing. Let me know if you're catching this vibe, right? So when I think about the dream, right? I'm thinking about this dream and I realized something. In that dream, I was holding onto those clothes for dear life. And what that symbolized, yes, was holding on to the feeling. Holding on to the feeling. When we think about something that we want to experience in our life, right? We often think about the idea, holding on to the idea, holding on to the thought. But we don't always think about holding on to the feeling. So when we think about for a moment, so what we think about sometimes, we think about an idea, right? We have it for a little bit and then we tend to drop it. We imagine it, right? And then doubt starts to creep in. But what if we practiced holding the thought and holding the feeling at the same time, right? Okay, Sugar Mommy. All right, you came in at just the right time. Sugar Mommy says, I'm literally going through something similar, right? There is no coincidence that you have tuned into the Saturday Morning Tap-In. There's no coincidence that you are watching a replay. For whoever's watching the replay, that you found this replay on YouTube, right? Because you need to know that take that idea, take that thought and add that feeling, right? And go into that sacred place, go into your closet, hold on to that thought with dear life, hold on to the feeling, right? And that is how you're going to bring that idea that is in your mind, that thing that is in the ethers, right? Into the visible. So it's not just thinking about what we want, but feeling what we want. Kind of like how when I was standing on the corner and I'm thinking about, well, what do I want to happen? And then the thought occurred, well, what does that feel like? And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. My presentation was fire, okay? I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Everything aligned in that day that allowed me to have a great presentation. Like somehow my schedule got cleared where I was able to just focus and work on that. And I definitely attribute it to that moment that I had where, what do I want to happen? And then, get curious about, well, what would that feel like? What would that feel like? Getting excited about that, right? Setting the mind and keeping it set, right? Taking time to do that. And that's why I feel like the work that we do here on Saturday Morning Tap-In is so important. That's why I go on and on about these things over and over again, just to remind us, because like I said, even I, as the host of the Saturday Morning Tap-In, even I sometimes forget what I know to do, right? And so it bears repeating. We need to be reminded. And so if you find that you have a hard time just focusing on an idea, right? You're trying to bring something into manifestation. You want to manifest something, a job, a relationship, more money, health in your body, whatever it is. You want to take time, go into your closet, right? Close the door, which means close out the outer world. Close the door so you don't have doubt happening, and focus on what do you want and what does it feel like. Now, you may have a hard time, like, I can't focus for, 10 minutes. That's okay. Can you do it for 1 minute? It's a muscle. Focus is a skill. Concentration is a muscle. And when we practice meditation and mindfulness, That is how we build that muscle. And for me, sometimes if I have a hard time, a lot of times when I have a hard time holding an idea, I'll start writing. I'll do stream of consciousness journaling, right? As a way to just keep my mind on one thing. So that helps as well, right? Another thing you can do, and this just occurred to me just to share this, sometimes you can even use music. Maybe there's a particular thought that you have that you want to focus on, and maybe there's a song you can play that keeps you in that feeling space, right? It helps you stay with the thought and helps you stay with the feeling, right? So Breeze, one of my series regulars, right? When you think about the next show that you want to work on, or the next play you want to work on, or the kind of role you want, right? You know what it is, right? Spend some time thinking about it and maybe find a song. What song represents that for you? Because music has a wonderful way of turning on our feelings. And as long as the song is playing, we're staying tapped into that feeling, right? And the more we practice it, the more powerful we are at focusing our lives, focusing our thoughts in the direction where we want to go. All right. So that is today's tap in that I wanted to share, because that is what I've been thinking about this week. And I was like, I've got to get this thought out. I've got to share it. Thank you so much for the hearts over on TikTok. Thank you so much. Right. I've got to share this idea. To share this thought. There's a reason why it keeps playing over and over in my mind. Right. And it's because Spirit wants me to share it in this vehicle that Spirit has given me, which is the Saturday Morning Tap-In, which is also just being an artist that shares art on my platforms. Share the thoughts, share the ideas, right? And so what is one word that you want to focus on for today's intention, or for this weekend, or where you think about your week ahead, right? I've already put in the word love, right? I'm also going to add the word order. I'm also going to add the word patience, right? Those are some words that I'm adding for today's intention setting segment that we're going to do after the journaling. What word, Erica, would you like to set for your intention today or the week ahead, right? So right now we've got love, we've got order, and we've got patience, right? What intention would you like to set today? And I'm also going to throw in peace, right? Because we're still dealing with what we're dealing with, right? Y'all right? Yes, 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 yes. Bishop Build Folds. What is that word? I can't see. It says in spite. What word is that for your intention? Let me know what you mean for that intention, and we'll add that to our pot of intentions. I love that you guys are tapping the screen over on TikTok, and that you all are tuned in on Instagram and YouTube. I love it, love it, love it. Right? So when your mind wanders, right? Just bring it back. Bring it back gently. Don't judge it, right? And so we're going to add the word success. We're adding success to our intention pot for today. All right, Mia, I think you're keeping up with us. All right. So let's go ahead and get to our journaling. So for today's journal prompt, right, we are going to write freely. All right. And we can begin with any of these 5 prompts today. We have 5 different prompts that you can think about as we are journaling today. For those who are new here, we journal for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. We commit to picking up our pen or pencil and engaging with our journal for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. It doesn't matter if you write, I don't know what to write, for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Allow whatever comes up to flow through you and onto the page. That is what we are doing. That's what we do here on Saturday Morning Tap-In. All right. So here are some journal prompts that you can think about as we go into our journaling portion today. 1, what do I want to happen right now in my life? Ooh, come on. What do I want to happen right now in my life? And what do you think the next question is after that? What would that feel like? What do I want to happen right now in my life, Preston? And then what would that feel like? Then you can say, well, the feeling I want to experience more of. You can go at it from that direction. What feeling do you want to experience more of? Or you can use the journal prompt. If I allowed myself to focus fully on what I want, ... fill in the blank. If I allowed myself to focus fully on what I want, ... And then here's one more journal prompt that you can engage with. I notice that when I imagine this ... When I imagine this, what do you notice? What are you aware of? Right? Write it in your journal. Write it in your journal. Okay, let me see something real quick. Okay, in case I had all right. Okay, so Bishop Bill says, in case I had, I don't know what that word is, but in spite is 2 words. All right. Okay. Great. All right. I still don't know what that is, Bishop Bill, but we are going to, we're going to go ahead and hold the intention with you, because I'm sure you'll type it in there before we get to it. All right. So let's go ahead and can we get some journal prompts up on the screen? All right, they are scrolling across the bottom. All right. Okay, we're going to set our timer right now. The time is 10 minutes and 10 seconds. We are journaling. What do I want to happen right now in my life? And what would that feel like? That's powerful. Right. The journal prompt is up on the screen. We are journaling. 9 minutes, 14 seconds to go. We are journaling. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Welcome. We are journaling. We got another Mia on TikTok, okay? Hey, Robin, hey, Boo, we're journaling. Just thinking, I'm already smiling thinking about it. What's up, pretty gal? Welcome. We are journaling. Journal prompts are going across the screen. Five minutes, 34 seconds to go. We are journaling. I'm sorry. Welcome, Aspire Higher. Welcome. We are journaling. Today's journal prompt: what do I want to happen right now in my life? And what would that feel like? We're pairing the thought with the feeling and we're creating magic. Three minutes, 15 seconds. Call me a queen. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap-in. Okay. Okay, journal. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go for journaling. Wow. Okay, focus, Shamika. This is great. Mhm. 1 minute, 50 seconds to go. We're journaling. Mm. Seven seconds to go. We're wrapping it up. Yes. There we have it. We journaled, we journaled, we journaled. What an amazing, amazing show today. I'm so grateful that you tapped in today. I had some aha moments, things that I didn't know would come up in our conversation today. Things that were a little bit off the script, but I'm open to that. I love that because that means that this show is alive. The spirit of this show. What's up, Frank? It's so good to see you. One of my amazing DPs that I work with. So glad to see you. But just some things that have come up that I know is the spirit of this show, right? This show is about right now inspiring people and right now getting a word that is needed, right? And it's not just what I bring, right? You all showing up every Saturday, you all are pulling that out of this interaction or this exchange, right? I just come in here and I turn on the lights and turn on the camera, but you all show up each and every Saturday. You all show up on YouTube and watch the recordings and the replay, and you all send me messages that keep the energy of Saturday Morning Tap-In very sweet and very, very special. So I want to say thank you again for tuning in today, for tapping in today, right? Yes, and taking the time to turn on, right, that inner magnetism, right, to turn on your good, right? Because as we said today, if I don't bring it, it won't be brought. If you don't turn it on, it won't be brought. You got to turn it on first, y'all. You got to turn it on first. So feel free to put in the chat. If you had any aha moments today from today's tap in, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat if you had an aha moment from your journal. You don't have to share your journal, but I'm going to share what I wrote because that's what I commit to doing each and every Saturday. And then after we do that, because I'll give you all a chance because we do have a slight lag, and then we're going to go ahead and set our intentions. So Mia, just giving you a heads up, have those intentions ready on standby. All right, so this is what I journaled today. All right. All right. So, and remember, this is my journal. This is my business, right? Remember, there's no right or wrong way to journal. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the loves happening over on TikTok. I appreciate you all on every platform. Thank you so much. All right. This week, I had a call from my team inquiring about a show that wants me. So what do I want to happen right now? And what would that feel like? I want the scheduling to work out in my favor. How would it feel? I'd feel relieved. I'd feel like it was always going to work out. I'd feel like, of course it worked out. I'd feel excited, refreshed, a new beginning, grateful. The blue sky and palm trees, fun times, the smell of being on set. Oh, yeah. Our feelings are our senses. So I'm tapping into that too. Tapping into the smell of the hairspray from the hairstylist. I'm tapping into the bright lights in the hair and makeup trailer. I'm tapping into my fabulous wardrobe. I'm tapping into the new friends that become family. I'm tapping into the fun on set. I'm tapping into the cherished moments and conversations with my cast and crew. I'm just realizing that even this call I got from my team this week about this show was also a result of that moment standing on the corner. What do you want? And I definitely said a booking. And here we are today giving fuel to my dreams. Y'all, I tell y'all, me and this journal, me and journaling, okay? I made a whole show about journaling because I love it so much. But I just realized as I was journaling, and how much do we love that dramatic read of my journal? I loved it, okay? But I just realized when I was journaling, it didn't occur to me today. It didn't occur to me that day that when the question came to me while standing on the corner, what do you want? I mean, the first thing I said was, I want to book another show. Okay. But then my mind went to what was happening in that day, right? I said, of course you want another show, but what else do you want? Right. And so I'm entertaining the thought. Okay, y'all, this stuff works. It works if you work it. Okay, you got to do the thing. Okay, you got to tune in, you got to tap in, and then you turn on that magic, right? And so if you want to shift some things in your life, give this stuff a try. If you want to shift some things in your life, keep coming to Saturday morning tap in. All right, so let's go ahead and see what those intentions are, Mia. And let's prepare to set our intention, because as we said today, if you don't bring it, it won't be brought. Okay. If you don't bring it, it won't be brought. So let's just take a moment to center ourselves, right? In this place of gratitude, in this place of joy. Let's just take some nice cleansing inhales. We've talked about a lot today. Stirred up some really great feelings, stirred up some great ideas, learned some new information, right? So let's just take a moment to breathe it in. There's a lot of excitement right now, right? We learn these new things. We have these aha moments. We want to take them right now and just feel all the feelings and get to it. So let's just breathe into that. And as we breathe into it, we bring our awareness to this right now moment. And we set the intention of love. Love being that attracting power that draws good to us. setting the intention to be a hot spot for love, to see love, to think love, to feel love, to speak love, to react in love, to be love in action today. We set the intention for order. Order in our lives, order in our environments, order in our thoughts that give us peace of mind. We want things in order so that they are lasting. We set the intention for patience. Patience with ourselves as we continue to grow and evolve and learn. Patience with others as they are growing and learning and evolving together with us. Patience. We set the intention for peace. And we set the intention for success. Let the works of our hands be established in success. May the projects we work on be successful. May the ideas that you are thinking be successful. May all that you do and all that you set your mind to do and your heart to do, may it be successful. Wishing a successful run to Jamil and his cast and crew, a successful run to James and his exhibit. And whatever success means to you, tuning in and tapping in right now. We bring our awareness to those intentions so that we take it with us as we go out into the world today. And so it is. Let's take another inhale and then exhale. And we let it be. All right, you all, I want to thank you all for tapping in on this Saturday. We will be back next Saturday for another Saturday morning tapping in on TikTok at Shamika Chronicles, tapping in on Instagram at Shamika Chronicles, youtube.com/ at Shamika Chronicles. We're tapping in on Facebook at Shamika Chronicles, right? And we're saying hello and sending love to those of you who are watching the recording, right? There's no time in love and in the tap in. It's all right now. All right, you all. So thank you all for tapping in, and I will see you all next week. All right. Bye for now.